Good evening, ladies and gents. First trading day of the February 2020 is coming to the end. Well, we started with huge sell-off in China, right? Even with the possible short selling ban, but it was completely different when it comes to the Europe and US. Looks like through the whole day, Plunge Protection Team been involved, so we were able to avoid the horrible situation in Europe and in US. Of course, we have to add that, for example, US ISM manufacturing PMI got back above 50. That's what we can called as a good thing, right? The Euro final manufacturing PMI was a bit better, but still well below 50, and the UK at 50. So overall, looks like again US saved the world with the Plunge Protection Team. Now, we know the things going on in relation to the coronavirus. So huge sell-off in the China. They are trying to make the additional measures. Let's try to calm down. I had a few very interesting discussions over the course of the day today. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to say that everything is fine and good, and it is not. But of course, partially, we do have some kind of the media hysteria, so I would be very, very careful. So what we have here is a Chinese yuan, and of course, for the last couple of days, is losing the value, right? Going back above 7, going back above 695.7 is very, very significant, right? Because what happened? We spent some time, right, here above 7, right? Then suddenly we retest possible demand, all right? We've seen some kind of the rally bounce over here, all right, and then boom, and now we are trying to get back on track with the move above. But that's gonna be the challenge for bulls right here, right now, when it comes to the Chinese yuan, because of this supply, right? It's from where we saw lower levels. That was the breakout from here, right? That was the selling pressure around this current level, where over here, right? So we are approaching these levels right here, right now. So overall, trying to summarize, right, the whole price action we've seen lately, right here, right now, where we are, I think this over-under could be in play, all right? So what we've seen here to the left, after the current break to the upside, right? Eventually this type of the price action, and then levels close to 705, 710, that could be the next target. Of course, once we are going to get back below 695, situation is going to change, about to change. All right, so that's the quick summary of the day, but for the upcoming Asian session, we are going to get Australian Central Bank rate decision, right? I'm not gonna to cover it, so that's why I'm preparing something for you well ahead. So let's start with the Australian dollar versus US dollar, and let's start with the highest time frame. Let's talk about the monthly chart and what we have. Well, December, attempt to rally. January, huge move to the downside, right? Based on the combination to the left side, so there was attempt to rally, huge rejection. We've got the engulf, so looks like strong supply. So for now, yearly open as a key psychological level right here, right now, right? The levels close to 67.70, right, as a possible supply, right? So as long as we are staying below 70, there is a possibility we are going to see lower levels, right? Now, what could be the target, right? What could be the target here? Well, let's work with zoom. So first I have to show you what happened in the past. That was the possible over under, right? And we were trading this over under quite a few times, as you can see, all right? So now let's have a look what we have a little bit lower. So where is this over under? It was around 68.50. What happened? Been broken. Oh, all right. Where is next? Over under. Can you see? Can you spot this combination on the monthly chart? Of course you can. 63.50. Looks like that might be the target for those sellers, right? So from that perspective, looking to sell either around 68 or maybe half of that January move to the downside, 68.50. This type of the combination, right? So either this or this move to the upside and then 63.50 as a possible target, right? Breaking below my expose 56, all right, 56. But as of now, if you like Aussie from the short side, that's the trading plan for the Australian dollar. But what if you like Australian dollar to the upside, right? So then we have to check where we are from the perspective of the neighbors fight, right? So that's the monthly chart of the Aussie Kiwi, and looks like we are testing again very significant level of 103.50, right? So let's have a look where we have the yearly open, 104.30, all right? That's the yearly open, 104.30 here, over here. So if you really like Australian dollar, probably here versus the neighbor, or maybe, but that's something you have to do by yourself. You have to do some homework from time to time, right? So you may try to check Aussie versus, that's the yearly open, Aussie versus British pound, right? So in that case, with the neighbor, taking into the consideration those lower shadows, taking into the consideration retest, taking into the consideration that market is trying to rebound right here at the beginning of February, right? So as long as we are above those lower shadows, there is a chance to retest 104.50. And if we are going to go and cross that level, that might be something new in play, right? What we have here, switching to the weekly, right? There is a possibility of over under, right? So in case of the just spike to the downside, right, it might be the case, but you have to witness, you have to be the watcher of the Australian central bank rate decision during the Asian hours. I like this swing low on the daily, right? I like the current price action. So, trying to summarize, when it comes to the weaker Australian dollar, if you like it, via US dollar. If you like higher Australian dollar, either as we discussed here versus QE, or do your own research, do your own analysis, do your own homework and check it versus British pound. That's it from me this evening. Have a great night. For me, actually, it's a night. And don't be trapped, guys. See you around. Take care and goodbye.